underway from SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They need about the length of the football here on first and goal.
Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
First down with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. On the move to his left. It's complete to Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Third and 2, Stafford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Escaping the pressure right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now it's Stafford. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They snap it to Stafford. Oh, Del Beckham Jr. a diving grab. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
On 1st down, Akers. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a run with Akers. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Play action. Stafford eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. On first down, Stafford here. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup.
Second down and 3.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb as time expires in the first half.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
ready to get their next drive underway.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's good for an LA.
Stafford escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Alert!
Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now Stafford, and it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space. When they dumped it to the back, he was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The left side throw complete to Adams.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this will be a Packers first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Rams are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Here we go. Hurry up, get set.
Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
51 to Mike, boys, 51. Watch the run, watch the run. 22. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Again, it's Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Akers again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. Touchdown! That's caught. Tyler Higbee. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Here comes Cobb.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's Jones again on second down. First down and much more here for Jones. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 34 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit.
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
One last throw here for Stanford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.